All right, so please give him a round of applause. Candidates for Town of Lewisburg Mayor. In her absence, Mrs. Elizabeth Ann Siebel. In his absence, Mr. Conrad Boyd Sturgis III. Excuse me. So now we have here Mr. Christopher Neal. We have Ms. Paula Walters, Ms. Connie Jo Hutchinson, and Mr. Michael Anderson. Okay? So I'm sorry, I should have did this already. And if we want to pass, we'll pass this around again if any questions come up for candidate for mayor. And in the meantime, what we will do, we'll hear from each candidate in whatever order. I want you all to introduce yourself, provide your background, and tell why you're running for mayor.
Ladies first.
I'll go first because I'm H and she's W. Is that all right? Sure. So hi, I'm Connie Jo Hutchinson, and I'm running for mayor in large part because I'm the mother of a 14-year-old son, and I have a strong interest in helping to shape the town where he's growing up. I believe in balanced budgets, accountability and transparency in government, and representing the people and not self-interest. As your mayor, I will have an open door policy and will be diligent in making the tough, informed decisions that are required to move Lewisburg forward. I believe that we will either meet growth head on or it will run roughshod over us, and I prefer the former. I am a Christian, a daughter of the highest, and I believe in the sanctity of life. I am a gun-toting Second Amendment advocate and an avid hunter. As your mayor, I will defend the men and women of law enforcement as they work to keep our town safe. And I will put an end to playing the musical chairs with town governing positions. My goals are to improve our infrastructure, attract businesses, and improve the quality of small town life in this charming place that we call home. And while folks have found my message strong and in line with their hopes for Lewisburg, I am aware that some others have wondered about my suitability to be mayor. While I have served in my profession on a myriad of boards at the state and national levels, I've been president of my state chapter of the North Carolina Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf, and I have served at the National Registry of Interpreters of the Deaf Board of Directors. I have also served as chair of the North Carolina Interpreter and Transliterator Licensing Board, and in each position, I have served my profession well, and I am still sought out for my leadership and mentoring abilities. I'm a person who has served others for my entire career, and it's been so fulfilling. And as an interpreter, I reduce the sound of my own voice and give it to others. And so now I would like to do that for the town that I call home. Lastly, there are 3 things you need to know about me as a person. Number 1, I do what I say I will do. My words and my actions match. Number 2, I am honest to a fault and I am forthright in my communication style. I communicate for a living and I understand the importance of a clear message. And number 3, I love this town and I want to be part of the process that makes it even better. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Marquis, Chamber, each one of you tonight, and candidates. Privileged to be here. On the back table is one of my flyers. If you have not received one, when I went door to door on my bicycle throughout the town, please make sure you get one. It may describe a little bit more that I might not cover or miss tonight. The theme of my campaign is living connected and working together. For the past 25 years, I've lived in Lewisburg, and I have been doing just that, living connected and working together. And how have I done that? Well, I've invested over 3,000 hours over the past 15 years working at a local soup kitchen called The Blessing Incorporated at 928 South Main Street at St. Paul Presbyterian Church. I've been a chaplain for the Franklin County Sheriff's Department, and I've served in various capacities in our community for the betterment of living connected and working together. My background is I have a political science degree from Florida State University. Don't hold that against me. I'm also have master's studies in public administration. And my passion of loving Lewisburg and loving the people of Lewisburg, I think has been self-evident. And I want to continue to do that in this new capacity as a public servant. If you understand what a public servant is, that person is not a politician. And I am not a politician. I am an ordinary person wanting to do extraordinary things with each one of the people of Lewisburg. I want to thank you for your vote on November 2nd or in your early election. You have entrusted me with a lot of things, and I pray that you will entrust me as your mayor. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Paula Walters. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight to speak in front of you and to let you know a little bit more about myself. Back in the early 90s, my husband was a student at Lewisburg College, and that was my first introduction to Lewisburg, as we were dating then, boyfriend and girlfriend, and I would come and visit him. And that was my first introduction to the town and driving around and getting to know it. Little did we know that a few years later, after we got married, we would move to Lewisburg, and we have now lived here over 21 years. And we love our town, we love the people in this town, and I'm really excited for an opportunity to be able to serve the people. We are business owners. We own the Music House in Lewisburg, and we also own the Victorian Carolers, which is a professional caroling group which we've been running for about 16 years out of Lewisburg as well. The Music House we've owned for about 11 years. And we've gotten to know many of the people in the surrounding community, not only in Lewisburg, but throughout the county and even into Wake County through our business. And it's been a wonderful opportunity. And that opportunity has given me the chance to learn leadership skills, to learn business skills, to learn skills that I think are extremely important in running a town and in leadership position in this community. One of the other things I would like to speak about are my platforms, and I will have these on the table in the back if you'd like to grab one. There's a list right there, and I'd love for you to have one. But my main issues and concerns are to bring honest leadership to the town of Lewisburg, to bring financial accountability, to bring improved infrastructure with the water and the electricity and the sewer systems, to lower those utility and water rates, and to find a way to do that to help our citizens. Many are struggling, especially since COVID, as far as losing jobs and other things as well, especially businesses. Small town values are very important to me, as well as managed growth at the same time. And I think that there are ways to do that, to be able to grow the town, but still keep our small town charm and values. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. Again, grab one of these, and please feel free to come up afterwards and ask me any questions. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Neal, and I am a lifelong resident of Lewisburg. I was born here, and I've watched this town evolve. I'm also the one that I can say that has governing experience. So in that experience, these improvements that you have seen and talked about that are going on in Lewisburg, I was a part of it. I helped work to bring those good things to Lewisburg. I understand that there's a lot of other things that must be done as we go forward. And I'm here as well to defend my record. I think it's a good record, and I think the Lewisburg is on the right track to move forward. I feel that I am the better candidate to carry Lewisburg forward with the infrastructure that we are already working on. There are things that we have already worked to put in place, such as our business park out on T. Kemp Road. We have worked to bring underground piping to service businesses that we hope will be coming to Lewisburg. And one question that we get when businesses want to come to Lewisburg, they ask some questions. And key things that they ask are, what type of education system did you have? That's what they look at. Do you have the facilities to house my business? What type of square footage did you have in buildings that could handle my manufacturing business? These are questions that they ask. And another important question they ask is crime. And I must admit, we have a criminal problem and have had it here in Lewisburg as well as other cities and towns. However, part of my agenda, which I call a voice for all of us, is that what I propose in my citizens-oriented agenda is that everything that we want to do, that I want to do, will be based on the citizens. In order for businesses to survive, as a small business owner, you need a strong citizen body to support your business. And I want to concentrate first on that to bring jobs here so our citizens can support our business and move forward. So I ask you, when you go to the polls, vote Chris Neal for mayor. See, this town has evolved. I've been in it from the very beginning. So I know this town. I love this town. And I've seen it from the time that it was flat, as it was described. I've seen it when some of the businesses didn't have any facelifts. All of that came about in my tenure, in my governing experience.